When I first got interested in street photography about 4 or 5 years ago, I feel like I was wasting a lot of time on camera reviews and lens reviews, and that was all in the hope of finding the perfect setup that was going to make it really easy to take street photos. In this video, I want to share my sort of 3 really basic tips to get started in street photography if you're struggling to find the motivation to get out there and start shooting. My first tip would be to go to a good location. If you live near a city or a town, you've got to go to where there's people, because the more people you have, the more likely you're going to get an interesting photo or see an interesting person or see an interesting kind of event or interaction, and you're just going to increase your chances of being able to take a good photo of something happening. My main spot in Belfast where I like to hang around, it sounds really dodgy, but I stay near where the buses stop at City Hall in Belfast, and sometimes I just walk up and down there for about half an hour. I wait for buses to arrive and people come off the buses and they're going off to do whatever they're doing. They're completely distracted and I can just take a few shots if there's something interesting. My second tip kind of revolves around this idea of fear. I feel like a lot of people are really fearful of going out and taking a stranger's photo, and it's understandable. When I was starting off, I just thought everyone was going to notice me. I thought someone was going to get angry. I thought someone was going to steal my camera or punch me or something like that. Luckily, that has never happened. You've got to go with this mindset of what is the worst that's going to happen. The worst thing that can happen is someone will ask you to delete the photo. They'll say, "Did you just take a photo of me? I don't really like that. Can you delete the picture?" It's complicated if you're shooting on a film camera because you can't delete the photos, but you just have to be ready to talk and interact with people, and most people are going to be really genuine, and if they don't want their photo taken, you can talk around and explain what you're doing, and maybe that will calm the person down. And if not, you can just say, "Don't worry, I'll delete the photo, I'm really sorry about that," and just move on. So my third and final tip for someone that is wanting to get started with street photography is to give yourself a checklist. Give yourself some kind of goal when you go out. For me, when I was first starting to shoot film on the street, I gave myself a goal of just going out and taking 36 photos, so shooting an entire roll of film, and knowing that there was an end point where I could say, okay, I've done this, I've completed a task, I've completed a whole roll of film. That made it so easy to go out and just try to take photos, and I wasn't looking for anything specific. I wasn't looking to make the best picture. I just wanted to finish the roll of film so I could go home and develop it and see if it worked. I studied film at Queen's in Belfast, and my biggest fear was that a lecturer would give me the task of writing an essay about any film. It's just too broad of a topic, and street photography can sometimes feel like that. You can go out and you've got endless streets and loads of people, and you're just there with your camera and you're like, what do I actually take photos of? A good task is just to pick something really simple. So maybe just try and photograph people wearing hats that day, or photograph people of a certain age, or people with umbrellas, or wearing a certain color. And whilst that's not going to give you the most amazing images, and they're not going to necessarily end up in your portfolio, but it's just a good task to train your eye and learn to go out with a goal in mind. And as you get more practice and you get more confident, you can start to think about broader themes. So you might want to photograph a certain kind of emotion on people, or photograph a certain demographic of people. I don't know, it's kind of endless, but starting off with something really simple and visual is a great way to build your confidence up that first few times you're going out. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know it's really simple, it's just me in my room talking about some tips. I hope in the future to be able to film myself going out doing some street photography and sharing more images that I've taken, I'd also love your feedback on this video. I haven't made a video on YouTube for like 6 years, so I was really nervous doing this. But yeah, if you've been around for a while, leave a comment and say hello. If you're new here, it'd be really great if you subscribe, because I'm planning to do a lot more videos of on the street stuff and interviews and all that kind of jazz. So thank you very much for watching.